said, wearing that hat's the best thing you've ever done. This coming from the woman with more hairstyles than I've seen on anybody. She said, I should have done that years ago. But you need to make a costume change during the show. Now everybody can tell Reba, hey, Terry's changing her outfit. If you guys haven't already guessed, this is the classic portion of the show. This is a lot of fun because I don't know that I've ever really done a show that's had these different sections, and it's been really fun to focus and challenge on something different for a change, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we're enjoying playing it. The voice that you heard open this segment before I stepped into the spotlight was that of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and it's a recording that a friend of hers gave me many years ago, and I knew I wanted to use it for something, and it also opens up my album Classic, which is where all these songs came from, is the album I just made and put out in November. And we wanted to, during this portion of the show, bring a little bit of the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville to you in Canada, for those of you who haven't had a chance to get down there. And so I asked the Grand Ole Opry if it would be okay if I imitated their mic stand for this, and they let me have a real one. So this comes from the stage of the Opry. It's a Stanley Cup of country music right here, people. I know how to speak Canadian. The mic stand will be posing for pictures and signing autographs later in the lobby. But I thought it was very generous of them, and so we're kind of recreating the Opry along with my wardrobe change. These are jackets that I usually reserve for the Grand Ole Opry because they'd be too hot for me to do all my acrobats in for an entire show. You've seen them. How many people have been to a show before? Oh, repeat customers, I love that. But the album was so much fun to make. My co-producer back there running sound is Jeff Jones. He co-produced the album with me and worked really hard on it. And we had a little help from some of my friends. We had some duet partners come in and sing on a few songs. Yeah. Somebody over here is having a really good time on Thursday. Oh, it's this group again. Yeah, Dean Brody came and sang on Moving On. When I say Moving On tonight, I'm going to do his part too, but I'm not going down there for it. Mr. Fireman, won't you please listen to me? That's just creepy. So, you're going to hear me singing your lyrics. Who else? Jan Arden came and sang on Patsy Cline. Also, Canadian content there. And Dierks Bentley came and sang on Golden Man. Dierks! Sounds like some kind of duck call or something. Dierks! Anyway, yes, he's very cute. I must be close to a lake or something. I'm thinking about fishing and duck hunting. And then we also had Tanya Tucker come in and sing on Delta Dawn. But you're wondering what I had to do to get all these people to come. And then Reba came in and sang on How Blue, which was awesome. And I found my Reba McEntire fan club t-shirt from when I was 15. And I put it on, and somewhere along the line, it must have been in the early 80s, I decided I had a midriff and I cut it in half. Wherever that midriff went, I'd like to see it again. So anyway, I go in and this thing's just, I've been dusting with it for years. I looked at Reba and I said, "You want it?" She goes, "No, thank you." Maybe she's got some OCD germy things I don't know about, I don't know. But she was so awesome. She calls me on her way to the studio, and she was running a little bit late. This is how professional and awesome Reba is. She calls me from the car. She's not being driven. She's not, coming in on a helicopter. She's not got people with her in a caravan. She goes, "Hey Terry, this is Reba. I'm over on Granny White Pike, and the traffic is at a standstill. I don't know what is going on out here, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm warming up in the car. Bye." talk to you guys about. I think I've just talked all I can. So how about I introduce the band? Before I do that, I want to thank all my friends from where I have a cottage for coming tonight. There are a bunch of them here, and oh, there you are. Yeah. Kevin, I hear you. I know. Anyway, I'm excited to have them here and appreciate it. A lot of them went and bought tickets and didn't even ask me for free ones. Anyway. Probably not. My family took them all. Anyway, I want to introduce the band to you guys because they're such talented musicians. We travel down the highway together in a tin can going about 65 miles an hour if we're abiding by the law. And I just absolutely adore them, and they're so talented. And this first person I'm going to introduce is the other lady on the stage. She may be the only lady on the stage. But here's the better part. She's Canadian. Wait for it. She's from Mississauga, Ontario. That's more than you can stand, isn't it? Go all the way to Nashville, travel all over the world, and find the best fiddle player and singer from Mississauga, Ontario. Isn't that awesome, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, on fiddle and background vocals, Raney, everybody. And her mom's here tonight. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I can hear my neighbor in the audience yelling. It's awesome. Okay, the next, oh, I'm on a microphone. I forgot we weren't in the living room. Just like,
so anyway.
What the hell is wrong with me? This is like our third last show before we get a week off, and it's probably time. This gentleman is married to a Canadian. Slowly the whole band is converting. And he produced an album on his wife, Riley Madison, that won an East Coast Music Award for Recording of the Year about a few months ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Clay Krasner from Winnemac, Indiana. And our band leader, and wonderful, talented guitar player. He's probably really too cool to be hanging out with me, but he does it anyway. Wonderful talent playing the solo on Move It On the classic album. He's the only live guitar player that's been in a band that's ever really played on any of my records. That's how good he is. So give it up, everybody, for Cottros from South Carolina. Come, they call me. Okay, never mind. I usually play a banjo for this song, but it's broken. Yeah, I know, my banjo's broken. That just sounds like a country song, doesn't it? Well, my banjo's broken. It broke last night. Peterborough broke my banjo. Their fault. Anyway, so I'm going to play guitar instead of banjo for this, but I haven't introduced him yet. I almost forgot. I was so concentrating on the Christmas song. Jason is the best drummer I've ever played live with on the road. He is a fabulous drummer, and all these trippy sounds you hear coming from the stage are created in his home studio. The ones that we're obviously not playing live, you know, the loopy, groovy, young-sounding things. This is Jason Cheek from Atlanta, Georgia, everybody. Just so you know, the ages on this side of the stage don't add up to one of the ages on this side of the stage. Are we done? Okay, so getting back to the music, my stand-up routine is over. I would think I would be remiss if we hadn't recorded a song by Glenn Campbell on this album, so we're going to play that for you right now.